What's going on? It's Kevo Bado. You bet your sweet ass I'm still sick. And this is the first episode of This Is Not a Game Boy. But you know me. Let's not waste any more time and let's get right into the video. All right, like I was saying, this is the first of many episodes of This Is Not a Game Boy. This is the R36s. And I want to go ahead and get two things out of the way now. One, a company did send this to me. Now, they didn't give me any money. I'm not getting any money. I sure wish I could get some money. But no, really, they didn't pay me any money for this. This is all my own personal opinion. They just sent me this to check out. That's number one. Number two, the bad news. This is a clone. It's not going to be able to perform as well as the device it's trying to imitate. Once I realized I was getting a clone, everything I saw online showed, hey, it'll be fine. Get you a second SD card, load up a custom version of ArkOS, and everything's going to be great. And that all happened. Everything was great. Loaded ArkOS. A lot of people have issues with that. I had none. Everything went smooth, even on this console. But that is where things stopped going smooth because this only has 500 megabytes, so not a gigabyte, half of a gigabyte of RAM. And if you know anything about modern technology, that is nothing. But luckily, if you know anything about retro technology, that means that this device is still not useless. It can still run PlayStation 1 games, some PSP, some Nintendo 64, some Nintendo DS. You get a pattern here. Some. No, but we've got NES, SNES. We can play the old MAME and arcade collections, Game Boy, obviously, and some more. So it's not completely useless. Otherwise, I wouldn't even make this video. But I'm glad I got a hold of this device. Shout out to the company who sent it to me. I'll leave it on the screen now. I don't recommend buying this device. I'm going to be honest with you. The good news is I got it in my hands. Now I've got an itch that I need to scratch, and I've got more devices coming in from other brands, other companies, other models, because I'm just addicted to these retro handhelds, and this is the first one I've ever owned. Let's go ahead and show you what's in the box, talk about the specs, and then we will show you the actual device and get into what it can do, show you some gameplay. On the front of the device, we have the A, B, X, Y buttons. We have the select, the start, the menu button, D-pad, and both joysticks. You've got L3, R3, and speaking of those, we've got R1, R2, L2, and L1, as you can see there, or I guess I should show it to you that way. And you can see those. On the left side of the device, we have power, reset, and SD card 1. On the right side of the device, we have volume up, volume down, SD card slot 2. Nothing on the top of the device. And on the bottom, we have a power in Type-C aux and a Type-C OTG. Okay, now that we have the outside of the device out of the way, we will open up the box and see what's in here. So out of the box, you get a charger. You get the wipes that you need to apply the fancy plastic screw protector. And then you get the manual. They should put clone on this, And then, wait, what is this? What does this say? RGB 20S. Anyways, that's everything that comes in the box. It's nothing too special. Let's go ahead and get all this out of the way. And on screen now, I will leave the specs. So this bad boy has a 3.5-inch IPS display. Really, really nice display. It has half a gig of RAM. It's a lie what it says on the box. You see right there, 1 gig of RAM? Not true. We've got the half a gig of RAM, and then we have the alleged 3,500 milliamp hour battery, which we can also assume is not true. It's probably like 1,000 milliamp hours, but it's rocking the RK3326. When I did this sticker swap, I did see the chip there, and it looked legit. Who am I to say if it's legit or not? But anyways, now that I've showed you the specs, now that I've showed you the outside of the device, and I showed you what came in the box, we're going to go ahead and turn on the device, and we're going to check the actual device out and the operating system. The gold standard from what I found out online and through the super helpful retro gaming handheld community is that you need to grab you a brand new SD card and flash ArkOS to it. So first I'll show you it running stock, how it would have came out of the box, and then we will slap this bad boy into there, and I'll show you it running ArkOS, which is a little bit smoother, but because this only has 500 gigabytes of RAM, I can only push it so far. But let's go ahead and cut on the device now and show you what it's working with. All right, I know what you're thinking. Come on, Kev, just turn that damn thing on. Let's go ahead and cut this puppy on and check it out. While it's booting, I will go ahead and say, I'm giving this bad boy away. So if you want a chance to win this device, all you've got to do is like the video and comment. That's it. You comment whatever you want. You can comment screw Kev for all I care. But seriously, anyone who comments on this video is going to get a chance to win this. Free shipping, no BS. You can win this bad boy, and it's not perfect, but I mean free. For free, it's basically perfect when it's free. Now I've went ahead and booted into Emulek. You can see that there, Emulek. Here is the main screen. I actually changed the theme, so let's go in here. This is the theme that it originally came with when I booted up the device. So if that means anything to you. When we go over to the ArkOS system, you will see my actual setup. I didn't put any time into this cheap SD card. So it's just whatever came on it is what's on it. And as you can see, we'll go in here to random Neo Geo. It's got a ton of games. Some of them are scraped, some of them aren't. That's just something that I've got to deal with. And there you go, you can see what happens when it's scraped. I don't think that it comes with any video at all, but it is cool to see. Here's the PlayStation library. And they do run. We'll go ahead and do a game test at the end of the video. We won't do any of that now. So we'll go through, it's got 23 PlayStation games, 20 PSP games, 14 MSX2, total 18666, 29 Amstrad. There is Capcom System 1, 25, 31 in System 2, 4 in System 3. It's got 138 MAME games, 31 Atari. Oh, okay. So we got almost 2,000 in SNES. And then that's NES. Then we've got the Super Nintendo. See, that's what's confusing. Now I'm confused. Super Famicom, Super Nintendo. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it is cool that it has, comes preloaded. And it's not perfect again. Especially with the random lag and random stuff that I get where it's not stable. So I'm actually getting lucky and able to kind of get through this and show you some of this without it having to use my favorite button here. The reset button there, that is my friend. That is my friend. We know each other very well because this thing will just lock up on me and I'll have to reset it. And I know that is just torturing the device. And specifically the SD card that it's, using for the system. But yeah, we went through and saw really all the games. We can go in here, and what I will say about these devices is I recommend, especially for this one, is the old stuff and stuff that, will look nice on this screen. So like Game Boy Advance, for example, is going to look really good. Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color are going to be great for a device like this. Nice, small, handheld, really makes you feel like when you were growing up. That's really some of the only games I played growing up were Pokemon games. So on the Game Boy Advance, and the Nintendo DS. We're going to go ahead and cut this bad boy off now that I really showed you everything it came with. And we're going to load the custom ArkOS for clones. All right, now we're going to boot into ArkOS. Now, like I've said, I've put a lot of work into this. So I went ahead and disabled all of the animations, loading screens. I removed all of that just to try to make it as quick as possible. Now, this is one of my favorite themes here for these devices. Just kind of go through and show you. I haven't added too much to this because I want it to be kind of usable. It's still outrageous. I mean, look, that's NES. There's 1200 NES, 900 SNES, 326 Nintendo 64, 500 Game Boy, 400 Game Boy Color, 900 Game Boy Advance, Jesus, 900 Sega Genesis, 119 Neo Geo, 59 PlayStation, 22 PSP. And then there's some Pico weight on there. And I think that's, yeah. So that's it for the game library that I've added on here. But this is one of my favorite themes here. And I have a theme that I actually like to use more. The only issue is because the device is so low in RAM, it just loads very slow. So let's go in here, and I believe it is this one. Oh, this is so nice. This is so nice. Look at it. This is the emulation station as well. This is ArkOS. It's a very recent build too. And the crazy thing is, if you look at that. I've got the brightness set to 4. Look at this. Look how bright this joker can get. I had it turned down for the video, but actually it makes it even look even better on camera, at least from my point of view now. Yeah, so look at just, this is my favorite theme, and then we'll go in and look at the games list so you can see how those are laid out. Oh, and then it's the grid games list with, wait for it, video. With video. It's so good. And I can actually go in here and I can go in and show you a little theme configuration. We can go in here and carousel poster. Now watch this. Ooh, this setup is just like the last one, I think, but even better. You get the, oh man. It's just like Batocera, but in my hands. It's so nice. If you've never seen a device like this, then you might have a bunch of questions. Make sure to leave them in the comments below, or you can join my Discord, link in the description. Now, this is really going to wrap up this video. What I'm going to do now is leave some gameplay footage. Also, I want you to hear this. Hopefully you can hear that. This is a rattle monster. Since this is going to be an ongoing series where I test different devices like this, the rattle test will always be here. So anyways, let me go ahead, get to playing some games. I'll leave that footage here and I'll catch you in the next video. All right, so if you stuck around and you're at the gameplay portion of this video, I want to show you my favorites. What we'll do is, let's go ahead, we'll start by testing out Game Boy Advance because I want to show you the overlay I added. Thanks again to Russ. He's the one that put out the video that I watched that showed how to add this overlay with this Game Boy. I mean, just look how clean that is. It literally looks like it's shining. Like it looks like it's there permanently. And then if you look, you can see like the boxy pixels. Oh man, it's so nice. It's so nice. And as you can see, I have been playing. But yeah, so anyways, it runs this perfectly, obviously, as you can see. Whoa, don't get out of my way. I don't want to get out of the way. You get out of my way, punk. Oh shit. I'm trying to look at this through the camera. It's very difficult. I don't know how the other YouTubers do this. No! I don't have a save for this. That's okay. Cut this down. Cut that music down. This is a really, really nice overlay. Look at it. You couldn't tell me that that is not glowing. This is super nice. I don't even want to do the gameplay footage because you know the game will run. It's crazy. Oh, it's so nice. I almost made it this entire video without having to use my favorite friend, but here I go. Just ruining my nice SD card. That's all it was? Come here, boy. How the hell do I do that? Yeah, I'm stuck like Chuck. Oh, I'm tripping. I forgot it's 3D. All right, let's do it. Don't play with me. Oh! Why? You know I cheesed that on purpose, right? I cheesed that on purpose.